So with Rhona Wands, we are looking down on the world 100 years from our current time. So Rhona, what comes to you as you look down on the earth? Do you feel there's been big changes in the environment, in the way we live?
Yes.
How has it changed?
So there's a lot more free movement. There's a
Hmm.
lot more free travel. There's no restrictions. People are connecting more together. There's a sense of just real heart connectedness, and it's like one big giant community, like the whole world is flowing in sync.
That's really nice. And did you get any points where there isn't free movement or it's hassle, or is the whole world quite free flowing now?
Most of it is very free flowing. I do sense a little bit of like a darker area, like a little, like maybe one country that's
Yeah.
not fully in the flow with this.
Mm.
I think I'll refrain from names. I just see one country that's just kind of still kind of a little bit stuck in that darkness.
Yeah. Can you say what part of the world that is, roughly?
Um, Definitely Europe.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Um, yeah, very interesting. I'll ask you afterwards what it is. So, as you look down on the world, how do you sense work is? I mean, just in the time we're in now, 2024, we're anticipating AI taking a lot of jobs. We've certainly seen the way people work change, working from home more, not necessarily working normal, what we would call normal hours of 9 till 5. How are people working in the future?
We are definitely almost going back, but going forward. So I can see more trading. I can see more, like I said, connectedness, like marketplace stuff, swapping and trading. I do see AI as well, but it's become, I believe, it's not necessarily being used to like take jobs or do jobs. It is just improving everybody's overall ability to be more free flowing and working less.
Brilliant. And what jobs are popular in 100 years' time? Because we anticipate some jobs disappearing altogether, but I've often said there'll be emerging jobs. So what do you see are popular jobs in 100 years' time?
So I see a lot of healers, a lot of trading of like produce, herbs, we just things that we need to essentially survive, but we're not surviving, we're thriving.
Great.
Um, so yeah, I just see a lot of, I've got a real sense of like around my heart, there's just a lot of like the weight has been lifted and everyone's just going, oh, remember back then?
Makes sense, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
really makes sense. And are there any surprising industries that have sprung up?
There is more energetic based work, but it feels a lot like I'm feeling it here, so it feels quite telepathic. I'm not quite sure how or what purpose it's serving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can. It's almost like there's energy or energy works or like I want to say industrial, but it doesn't feel industrial. It feels a bit more natural,
Yeah.
kind of connecting things, and it's almost like this golden grid around the entire world, but it is being run by a program.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Um, I can really imagine telepathy being the research is finding how we do influence things. So you if you have powerful people that can use telepathy, and what I mean by powerful with their energy, that they can use it well and get a whole bunch of them together, they can create some very positive change. So I think they could also do a lot of bad stuff. So I do think that will be something that will be used. That makes sense. It's hard for us to get heads around that now, but I'm sure that the new research is really showing the effect of people's minds and what they focus on. Um, this is really interesting. Of course, what do you say about free movement? How do we travel? Is it clean energy?
I do see something, and I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but it's like it looks a bit like a train, but it's not.
Yeah,
And we're moving back and forward on that. But there's a lot of there seems to be walkways. It's like there's pathways and bridges to be able to gain access to other countries, and we're not flying as much.
right.
And yeah, I see a lot of like pilgrimages as well, like a lot of people taking pilgrimages. And do you know what? It feels, I don't know why this energy is coming in, but I feel like it's like Egyptian energy coming in.
Mm.
And what I'm kind of being shown is like this mirror of we're going back to move forward, and the old ways are coming forward, but the more Eastern sort of methods of healing and connecting and working. We're not working to work, this like, or living to work, whatever the saying is. There's just this like flow of connectedness and being one.
That's got to be good. That has to be good if we feel so. So when you talk about this connectedness, we're very divided these days by beliefs. Everybody's either loves Trump, hates Trump, pro-vaccine, anti-vaccine, pro-mask, anti-mask. Everybody seems to be very much in their corner. Um, and so when you say about connectedness, when we have one mind, we're not divided, not in an echo chamber. To me, it make the world so much easier. I think we're so easily divided now. People really get on their soapboxes, get quite uptight about things. So, how is faith and beliefs in the future? I mean, are people still religious?
My feeling is it's not religion that's coming in, but an understanding of self, self-awareness, a heart-led self-awareness of do no harm, and love thy neighbor, do what we can to support each other.
Yeah,
I really get a sense of that. It doesn't feel like religion, but I do feel like we still worship gods. So like Buddha and just what I would call in my own work ascended masters. So Jesus, Buddha,
mm,
um, we are honoring those energies, but it doesn't feel religious. It feels very like spiritual and very, very much like a oneness, like an awareness of I'm getting karma coming through as well. Like people are aware of karma or karmic repercussions. So if you do something wrong, it will come back to you. And people have become so aware of that. They're like, oh, actually, my actions do affect another person, and there are consequences. There's like universal law consequences to my actions. So
yeah.
people are more peaceful about that. They're more embracing of the fact that we'll get there quicker if we're just genuinely good people.
I love that. That's great. This is really, really good. And uh, consequences. I love watching films where consequences are evident. I hate that when there are no consequences to actions. And once we become aware of consequences, we do we are more mindful of what we do. So I love that that's more prevalent in the future. So I love this. This looks really, really nice. It looks like work is a lot simpler. That's the feeling I get from when you're talking. And people think, oh, everyone's going to be out of work, but Elon
No.
Musk has often said there's a whole new wave of jobs. We're going to need more people to do the job. So I love what you're saying, and it all sounds so much healthier, which we all really, really love. And I think, you know, we might go through a difficult phase before we get to that, but I certainly love what you're seeing. So is there anything else you want to add to what comes to you about that time?
So I'm getting a sense of like the air is much cleaner. So it smells and feels like everything's a lot cleaner. So I'm guessing there's
Good.
cleaner energy. Like I say, I don't see cars. Like I do see us moving on these somethings, and I can't see how they're moving. It's like actually I'm getting a sense of it now. It's like magnets.
Right. Like maybe it's like the hyperlink, only more advanced.
Yeah, it feels like that. Like I say, it looks like a train, but
Yeah.
it's just smooth. It's just running on. I can't see what it's running on. It's just like energy, like magnets, and it's in the air. It's not on a track.
Hmm.
And I just see it being super easy. It's like it's flawless. Like you can literally go from one place to another in moments.
That sounds like the hyperloop, as if it's an advanced form of that hyperloops. That sounds amazing. So, and what are you doing in 100 years? Where are you in all this? Do you see yourself in your future lifetime?
I'm a healer. I'll be a healer in every lifetime. I am just very much aware of the energy that comes through me, through my hands. I can see myself placing my hands on people's bodies like I do now. Um, it's different though. It feels different. It's easy. There's not as much illness. There's not as much disease.
Mm.
It's very harmonious. Very harmonious.
I love this. This is really, really nice. Well, that future energy that's so beautiful, I want you to keep that with you. And I want you to keep it with you as you float back to your present time. Just come all the way back to your present time, but keep that beautiful future energy with you. This will greatly enhance your current work. And as you keep that with you, I'm going to count you back from 5 to 1. And you'll awaken with that beautiful energy with you. So 5 and 4, you can begin to stir. 3 and 2, you can open your eyes, and 1, you're fully awake and feeling good. Well done. That was
Oh,
really interesting. Thank you.
that felt amazing.
Good, good,
Wow.
good. My computer's freezing there. That's good. That's lovely. So thank you.